Good morning and welcome to Breakfast Poetry Live. It's a little laggy. I really hope it works today. Dottie's Donuts, blue lipstick. All right, so it's happy Sunday morning. It's the 16th of April. I really had a good time being outside yesterday. Now it's like 42 degrees, so I put my jacket on. I stayed inside, and there's a lot of setup, and there's this table I have to unfold. And so anyway, uncomplicating matters. Let's read a weird work. Okay. Let the heavy thunder. Did I read this one yesterday? No. I marked this one for today. Beginning again. I went to the next poem. Preview. Twilight spiders. One speculates on afterlife until it comes, and flesh and hair disperse. Shadow, field, and shoulder feel the death of me. The dark, my living mask, my understated gleam. The meadow here is mine, where once I roamed beneath the moon. The darkness here is mine, along the path, and all are dread struck. Ooh. So that's a ghost poem from the Weird Works in Progress. And yesterday, the coolest thing happened. If you recall, I was reading the axiom poem, the beautiful word being axiom for yesterday's poem. And it used the word angst a lot, being inspired by the movie New, which I linked to that scene in the comments of yesterday's live. And then when it was time to pull another beautiful word, I pulled the word angst. So I had to go back to angst or angst. I'm going to pronounce it angst in this poem, which is the way we said it in the 90s in America. But I also studied German, and it is the German word for fear and anxiety, angst. So angst. Angst, you killed my mother, dragging your feet. Angst, you made my words pour, shimmering with heat. Angst, you pour from others verse like whiskey neat, and set me all ablaze on sweet repeat. Angst/angst for, pardon the beautiful word poem of today. And the one tomorrow, I have the can of beautiful words. What will be the beautiful word for tomorrow? I don't know. I'm going to tell you. It's going to be quintessential, which is harder to see when we're not out in the sunlight, or what natural light. Quintessential will be the beautiful word that shows up in a poem sometime between right after this and tomorrow's live. I have one more poem I want to read, and I meant to read it yesterday, but I was outside, I was all excited and talking about other things. And that is the sweater poem from last year. So the next thing that I will do after I read this poem is pull from the can marked poetry hats. And it's the same can from last year, which was marked sweater poems. There we go. You can kind of see it if and I have a dimple when I go like this. Oh, okay, there we go. So trying to show you the sweater poems can. Sweater poems last year. This year, it's poetry hats. So how it worked last year, same way as this year. Pardon. I would pull a weird phrase out of a can every day and then string them together into one poem. And then I released sweater poems as an ebook in color. Ebook is better for color. It's cheaper. And you can see all the block prints that have the phrases emblazoned on them. And then this year, of course, it's poetry hats. And I have a new one to reveal. You can see it over my shoulder, but I'll show it to you good after I read Sweater Poem, which is in Transfusion Poetic. Which is available. I have my name on the thing. This thing changes all the time. Amy Zoller's Sweater Poem. Adagio, damn it. Opera machine. Now a sonnet for the crushing smile and rotten teeth. These eyes are none of my doing. Scat to blues ending. In blessing, I kiss your navel. A little moon jazz, cookie trippin', smearing glittering insanity. A little bent upstairs. Hush, I'm making love to my breakfast. You are incorrect about the sky. Request, thrashing love song for short chicks. Okay, done praying, let's get drunk. Life is like a river, it don't give a shit. Arrive, devastate, vanish. No, it's cool, I'm getting it home with my nothingness. I am no disgruntled artist. Hello from your favorite malcontent. Special poetical dispensation. Sort of angry all the time. Immer böse. Quite calm never. Nie ruhig. Nature's all ha 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 ha. One haze on top of another. Spewing moon truths. This dish ran away with the moon. And with that, the philosopher fell on his ass. I floss loudly to prove my worth. Nefarious plans to obtain donut. Let the poetry have you. Emotional splatter zone. Blathering? No, it's confessional poetry. Can you imagine? Can you imagine it ending with that? They have a way, the universe has a way of making the sweater poem bead string and the hopefully poetry hats bead string just come together like magic. And I'm so excited to see how poetry hats will come together. So much fun. And I love the line nefarious plans to obtain donuts. There will be donuts this morning. My son drove a car for the first time last night, and we must celebrate. He did beautifully. He was very chill. He has come so far. He's come a long way, baby. All right, what's next? Next is to draw a phrase. Well, first, let me show you the new. Every week I've tried to do a new poetry hat block print, lino carve block print for inscribing the poetical phrase, if you will. And I was so inspired. Oh, I meant to go get the book. I showed it yesterday. So go back to yesterday's live and you can see a copy of Poems to Fernando by Janine Palmy Vega, who is featured as the poet in the poetry hat. It's from a picture directly from her City Lights books, Pocket Poet series, Poems to Fernando. It was $1.25 in 1968. I paid over $40 for it a few years ago, which I don't normally do, except I've done it like 3 or 4 times because poetry books. And sometimes that's the only way you can read them. And there's something about, pardon me, there's something about when there is a book of poetry that I can't get my hands on any other way. I have to have it. I have to know, what is it? What are the secrets of life and the universe that are in this book that has changed my life? I know, and I love that. But Palmy Vega. Oh, a lot of fun printing up Janine Palmy Vega in green and then adding blue, and it goes to blue green, and then it goes to blue, and it's not great in this light, but ooh, you can kind of see. And you'll see it on Instagram at Hipness_and_Outrage, where I post them one by one, day by day, with their inscription right on the hat. So the inscription for today's poetry hat will be none other than, trying to get a good one without looking, right? Someone, oh, I was hoping this one would come up because I know I have too many. Someone grew inside of me who laughs now. So it's my baby boy, grew inside of me, and he laughs. He laughs a lot. His generation has a fascinating sense of humor. He's 17, so he's Generation Z. And they have a fascinating sense of humor where they just like to be surprised, and they just like the unexpected. And the more unexpected it is, the funnier it is to them. And it fascinates me and cracks me up. And he especially loves this crazy dude on YouTube. Doesn't love him, but sometimes is entertained by this crazy dude on YouTube who's kind of nuts sometimes. And I don't mean that offensively. I'm really bad at like just saying whatever Generation X crap I think. And back in the old days when we just said whatever crap we thought, and that's not nice if you're not being nice. And I get that because I don't like when people aren't nice to me, damn it. So I said right before church. Anyway, the point is that this guy will sort of, I think it's theater. He invites people to, share in his faith. But what they always tend to do, it's theater. They send in offensive stuff or stuff that he finds offensive, which it really doesn't take much. And this guy will go, "Ah!" and then mute himself. And so he's like, "Ah!" And I can't simulate the mid-mute, but my son can. It's hilarious. And also I think his generation can do that, where they're good at making vocalizations and then abruptly stopping them so that it sounds like it has been like technologically muted. I can't do it because it's like learning a language when you're a baby and your mouth learns how to do that weird French R because you're French, and then by the time you're 4 it's harder to do, right? They've all grown up doing this stuff. When I was substitute teaching, high schoolers would do it, and I'm like, that is freaking incredible. They can all just do that. That is a skill that comes with this culture and time. All right, someone grew inside of me who laughs now. On that note, I will inscribe that on a poetry hat and post it on Instagram at Hipness_and_outrage. And of course, to be an ebook at the end of the month. And that is that. Happy Sunday. Happy National Poetry Month. I'm going to go eat a donut. And I'll see you tomorrow. Realize I'm turning off. See, this is the thing. It's a little laggy getting started. Now it's a little laggy ending. It might have ended. It says 10:19 and it stopped. So maybe I'll just wander away. Okay, good. Trying to edit.